Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel and welcome to a new episode of my A to Z of my complete Blu-ray collection. Yes, another episode of my bi-weekly series. Today we're going to be taking a look at the letter R. R for Romeo. So let's get into these. Okay, so I have been dreading getting to the R, S and T's. Roll on the rest of the alphabet because they're pretty small, but the R's, the S and the T's are going to be pretty lengthy.
That's what she said.
Michael, please. Please.
There we go. I'm just going to dive right in and get on with this stuff. But before I do, hit the subscribe button, come join the channel. Don't miss out on another episode of this, and you can go back and watch my previous. So let's just begin because it's going to take a while. So first up, we have a loose disc inside, and no, it is the DVD floating around. So the first film is Reign of Fire. Yes, the Matthew McConaughey and Christian Bale dragon film. I haven't seen it for a long time. I did have it on DVD. I just put DVD disc in now, loose, floating around. Yeah, that's what I do. So that's that one. And then we have two films. I don't really know why I bought them. I bought them cheap. Ride Along and Ride Along 2. Yeah, there you go. These things happen. The Elton John biographical movie, well, I wouldn't say it's biographical, Rocket Man came out shortly after the Queen one. But this was, the Queen one was good, and this one was pretty good in a sort of fantastical kind of a way. And I really enjoyed it. It was really good. Then we have Ronin. Robert De Niro and Jean Reno. One Robin Hood film that I probably shouldn't have. Noomi Rapace in the movie Rupture, one that I picked up very cheap. Yet to watch it. Next up, and I do have one missing, and that is Rush Hour 1 and 3. 3 not very good. 1 was good. 2 was good. I can't remember. I can't really remember 3. But inside I do have DVDs for 1 and 2. Just again kicking around loose because that's what I do with the DVDs now. I just put them in. I've obviously got 2 copies of this Rush because I'm sure I've got another one with a lenticular. That's the problem with picking up in Poundland and stuff like that. I never remember what I pick up, and I end up picking up doubles sometimes. So I'll just go on the double pile when I come across the other one. Then we have Megan Fox in Rogue Hunter. Now this was a German release with the reversible sleeve. Over here I believe the film was just called Rogue and only had a DVD release. Then we have a film that gets a lot of slack. Oh, flack I should say, not slack. A lot of flack. That is Reindeer Games. Ben Affleck, Charlize Theron and Gary Sinise. I didn't ever have a problem with this film. I didn't have an issue with it at all. I don't know if I was blinded by Charlize Theron's nude scenes. I don't know, but I didn't have an issue with the movie at all. Then we have Run, Fatboy Run. Yes. One for the Steelbooks here. Red Sonja. Sword and Sorcery, fantastic film. I'll put that down there to go with the Steelbook section. I will have more Steelbooks coming up. And not the first time this will appear on the list because I don't know why. I've got another copy as well. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, and the 4K one is coming out soon, which I have pre-ordered. And I love the film. I really like the film. Tom Selleck in Runaway. Based on a story by Michael Crichton, you know, who've done Jurassic Park and that. Underrated film, forgotten film. One that's still sealed. From Germany, Run, Hide, Fight. I have seen the film. This is the one with the school shooting and all that sort of stuff. Thomas Jane, aka 2004 Punisher, does have a small role in the film. Bit controversial, and it is about kids who go into school and start killing other students. I didn't have a problem with it at all. What's this? A version of Romeo and Juliet that I picked up for £2. I have Hayley Steinfeld's in it. That's why I would have picked it up. Because I like Hayley Steinfeld as an actress. That explains that one. Rocky Balboa. But I think I have this again in like box set form. A great Rocky film. I really do like this one. It's very good. Clint Eastwood directed now. The Rookie with Charlie Sheen. A film that I remember back in the day. I tried watching it and I just couldn't get into it again. Couldn't get into it. The movie Revenge, and I think I have a special edition one of this as well to show. Yeah, I think I do. Rango, that was a £2 one at the time from CEX. Johnny Depp. The Revenant, £3 I got that for. I wasn't in a rush to pick it up. It's a good film. Role Models, yeah, quite amusing. Sean William Scott. And what's his name? Paul Rudd. Another Romeo and Juliet. Romeo, Romeo, oh, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Oh, I don't know why I've got this film. Christ, it's crap. I picked this up for £2 just because it was a Steelbook. Rise of the Foot Soldiers. Not watched it. I don't know, it was a Steelbook that was in Poundland, so I'll have that. Resident Evil, the final chapter. This is over there here because I've got them again over there. Ready or Not, which was a fun movie, I'll say. It was alright. And a German version of Gründen Diamanten, Romance in the Stone. I believe that's out of print in this country. I know that it was going for quite a bit of money, so I just imported the German version. But no reversible sleeve, so you can't get rid of that. Okay, now I know this is a bit unorthodox, but I need to stop proceedings on the R and jump back to the Qs, because one Q I missed and I just found it, and I could put it at the beginning, I could put it at the end, but it's going mid-flow now to interrupt things. And that is The Quick and the Dead. Yes, it could come under T, but let's put it under Q for Quick and the Dead. Great film. It's available on 4K. Not in this country, but I'd love to get it on 4K. I did like it. Sharon Stone. And I do have a DVD floating around inside. So let's get back to the R's where we was at. Sorry for that. So here we have the 4K version of Robocop in the special edition Arrow box set. I wasn't very happy with this release. They'd released the exact same one a little while before, packaging, everything, interiors, all the stuff you get with it, exactly the same, non-4K, but from a 4K transfer, and then rip us off again with a 4K one. And for my mind, this film doesn't work in 4K because it's too crisp, it's too nice, it's too clean looking. This film needs its grain, it needs to look how it did, because it shouldn't be a nice crisp copy film. It shouldn't. It's not a film that needed a 4K release. There we go. And that Revenge special edition that I was talking about. And this is a really enjoyable film. It is great. Okay, next up. Technically, this probably should come under F, but I franchised it. And that is First Blood, the first Rambo movie. 4K release, Steelbook Special Zavvi 1 due out very soon as I'm recording this. I didn't get the £60 one, not the £100 one. Sod that. Then we have First Blood Part 2, or Rambo First Blood Part 2. Rambo 3. Rambo, the... I'd rather have I did like to name this title when it was John Rambo. I think some territories got it like that. But I enjoyed that. I really did. And then I picked up this version because it was cheap, of First Blood and Last Blood together in the same package. Rambo. Nice. But I think I've got that last one again from Germany with the extended opening, with the flood and all that stuff and people trapped. Rampage, Dwayne Johnson. I enjoyed this. Know nothing about the game, but it's big monsters in the city. Ready Player One. I'll talk about this again in a bit because I've got another copy. Red Sparrow. I enjoyed that. That was good. Okay, so here we have, and they're not in order for some inexplicable reason. Let's try and get them in order for you. So we have some Steelbooks here now to look at. Okay, first up, Resident Evil, the very first one. Sealed, yes, because I did have a box set with them all in, and I had them individual releases, but I sold all that stuff on. But I've not opened the Steelbooks. Some of them are open. And then what came next? Resident Evil Apocalypse. I like this Star Wars Steelbook. I didn't get them all like this though, unfortunately. We'll see. Then we have Extinction, the third one. Steelbook. And I might be a bit... I think this one came next, did it? Afterlife? Was that next? I don't know. I can't remember the running order of them. Then we have Retribution. Or did Retribution come before Afterlife? I don't know. I know I can't get this one wrong, and that is the final one. Steelbooks for all them, but not only Steelbooks. I've got this. I think it's from this a Dutch release of them, and this was like about £35 when I bought it. For all 6 films in 4K like that. Well, that'll tell me the order, won't it? So Retribution does come after Afterlife, yes. So all of them in 4K. They're kind of like guilty pleasure films, really. The last 3 are pretty crap. Now, I've got Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon City. Yes, it is the Blu-ray cover. I didn't like the 4K cover. I preferred the Blu-ray cover. But it is the 4K inside. I missed the opportunity to get that on Steelbook. It wasn't a great film. Then we have Resident Evil Degeneration, the animated. Resident Evil Damnation, the animated. So continuing on, we have Resident Evil Vendetta, the other animated one. Then Resident Evil Infinite Darkness. I think this was like a series. I'm not sure if they're put together as a film on here. But there we go. And Riddick Collection. Containing Pitch Black, Chronicles of Riddick and Dark Fury. Followed up by Riddick itself and a loose disc. Where's that loose disc? Oh, I've got a DVD of Dark Fury kicking around in there, that's why. When I had it on DVD. Still got it on DVD. Road to Perdition, Tom Hanks. This is actually based on a graphic novel series. So it's essentially a comic book movie. And then I have the box set for the Rocky Balboa films, like so. Yeah, all 6. Great films, well, for the most part. On my shelf, so I would have shown these under C. I do have Creed's under R for, that's a Steelbook one, because they're part of the Rocky franchise. But I probably showed them under C anyway. And then we have that other version of Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Well, I've got it twice, I don't know. And then the Ridley Scott version of Robin Hood. More of a Robin Hood origin story. The Robocop Trilogy. As you saw, I did have the special edition of Robocop. This should really be under the TV section, but it's Robocop, the series, on Blu-ray from Germany. I got it ages ago. My thoughts on it, I think Robocop is suited to TV in the sort of police procedural type of a thing, and it's a show that isn't very good. It's a show that I really wish I was better. It's a show that I get enjoyment out of. I don't mind it. Obviously not violent. It's more aimed towards family, but it has its moments. It has its moments. Yeah. And then obviously the remake of Robocop with a lenticular slip. The Rock. I so wish this film comes out in 4K, 1996. I remember going to see this. And then Con Air the year after. And I love this film. It's fantastic. I adore it. It's one of my favourite action films. It's up there with Die Hard. But it would be in my top 5 action films of all time, most definitely. Then we have an alligator creature feature, Rogue. Is this the one that stars the young Sam Worthington? Yes, it is. Radha Mitchell, Michael Vartan, who was in Alias, the TV series, with ex-Ben Affleck's wife, Jennifer Garner, and Sam Worthington, who came and disappeared. Although he's in Avatar 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10, isn't he? Yes, and then Running Man. We'll come back around to Running Man again, because I do have a 4K. Yeah. Okay, a few steelbooks now. Yes, Robocop. Again, I think this is the 4K in here. Well, it says Blu-ray, but I'm pretty sure that I have a 4K version inside. Let me take a look. Just because I make dodgy dealings, and I've got some stuff in there as well. Yeah, it's the 4K version that's in there as well. I can't remember the story behind that one, why I've got it in a Blu-ray. Anyway, then we have the Robocop remake steelbook. Now, fantastic film, The Rocketeer. Love it, really do. Right for a remake. Red Sparrow, steelbook version. I think I got that cheap. Still sealed because I have the thingy one. And Raya, Disney. Can't remember much about it. I watched it. So, Reservoir Dogs, Quentin Tarantino's first film. Loose DVD kicking around in there. I used to have a DVD set of this where it came with like a lighter, cufflinks, a sort of cutthroat razor comb and things like that. I don't know if it's still kicking around upstairs or not. Red Riding Hood. Yep. Bit of Van Damme. Replicant. This is one of those limited edition sleeves. 3,000 apparently. Red Sonja. No, I had the Blu-ray. I knew I did have a Rush with the lenticular. So the other one will go in the double pile for me to, I don't know, give to someone, give to people. We'll see what to do with it. There's no point in trading into CEX because 1 penny a Blu-ray isn't even worth my time getting out of bed. And Raging Bull, which was a £5 pickup in CEX one. Still not removed the stickers. Okay, I feel that we're coming to a close now, thankfully. Not many left. So first up is the Killer Tire movie, Rubber. Yeah. I don't know. Then we have Runaway Train, that I got for £10 in CEX. Reversible sleeve. No booklet or anything, but it's a film that I wanted, so there we go. The Rebound, Catherine Zeta-Jones. Yeah, I remember it being all right. To finish up, 2 items here. This is my 4K version of Running Man, I believe. Yes, and it's a German digipack sort of release like that, like a book. So I won't be getting the steelbook of Running Man because I'm happy with this. Yeah, it's alright. So the booklet inside is all in German, but luckily I can speak a bit of German. Nein, that might get me so far, I don't know. So, ist ein Bier bitter? Ist ein Dummkopf? So you never know, I might be able to, although a lot of it isn't writing anyway. But yes, so, and a bonus disc. So that's a really, alright, it's in German, but it's a really nice looking release. And it did come out in Germany on 4K a long time before we were getting it. And then finally, so I'll come back to this film, Ready Player One. Now when I first watched this film, I wasn't enamoured by it. I didn't think it was very good. And this isn't the end of my things, because I've just looked up and remembered some more in another section. So we're not finishing yet. Yeah, I wasn't enamoured with it when it first came out, but then when I watched it a second time, on the 4K. It blew me away. I thought, you know, actually this is a really good film with quite a lot of heart in it when you actually realise what it's about. And yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I think it looks fantastic. So it's only 3 additional items. First up being the Bruce Willis comic book movie, Red. Yes, based on a comic book, the same name. And obviously Red 2. And to finish up proceedings, one that I did have on 4K, and primarily I bought this for the slip more than anything, I will be honest, and that is The Rocketeer. And I think it's a gorgeous slip, it's fantastic. Better than the artwork on the actual case. That's just a wonderful, wonderful slip. And a nice one to end on, because I really like that. So that's it. Those are the R's, I believe. It's probably not. To be honest, I've probably missed stuff, inevitably. But I tried to sectionalise it all down there and things like that, as well as in my alphabetised bit. I hate alphabetising discs, because it's when you get a new one, then you got to like try and move it. I gave up on all that crap. And also I have to look for stuff. When it was alphabetised, well, when it was set out in my head, how I had done it in my head, I knew where everything was. But once I went and moved up here and alphabetised it all, out the window, all that goes. So it's like, where's this? Where's this? And I end up losing stuff as well, because I don't know where it is. But there you go. Should never have alphabetised, ever. So anyway, so that's it for R's. So in 2 weeks I'm going to be back for S. And I'm dreading S, because Star Wars, Star Trek, it's just so many. You know, I've done Star Trek videos, I've done Star Wars videos. Can I miss them? Can I miss them out and let's just pretend, you know, I've got them? No, I'll do them, because I've got, you know, a few releases of them, and just does my nutting. But there we go. This is AJ. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button, leave me a comment down below, come join the channel, all that sort of palaver. I'm getting away. I'll see you on the next one. Take care all, and goodbye.